This will be episode 36, cycle 628. And onward. Let's say 2628. No. I did have a base a while back that was actually that long. Actually, that one went to 4.1. But, yeah, no. 628. I'm thinking today we'll be doing a research rush, more so just to finish off the entire research tree. As I rejigged the entire rocket before, but obviously we're only using a CO2 rocket, so I can't really put on enough solar panels to run everything. Even in space, the solar here is kind of crap. So I'm more so running on a two cycle battery? Rocket usage? I'll finish this thing. I really should add a conveyor receptacle. I really kind of want it down here. Can you reach there? Reach to there. Hopefully, you can reach to there. I need more power. Nope. Oh, so I need to separate these grids. That's really what needs to be done. Five 5.2 cycles before our cooling loop goes back into functionality, and I think we'll be okay after that. Hydro sensor. Only need a little bit. Normally I would put a door right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And seal this whole room in. I should probably protect this as well. I'd 1 plastic tile there. Temperatures are going up. And it's looking purified. I really need to be venting this, I think. And once this whole thing's going, then I don't have to worry about it. I just have to worry about getting the resources into this box. Still 29% are in there, good. Oops. Just done. Okay, we can reach everything still, so far. Worried it won't be able to reach there. Is a possibility. Can just do that, just to make sure it works. Measure sensor if it's above 250. Below. I would automate the entire process with a conveyor loader, like right here, and then ship it over, but we don't have the resources to pull that right now. Things, ladders. And this will just be a clay processing plant. There, you're in the bathroom. You're fine, dude. Definitely need to plug this one. We'll need to move the sinks over here instead. So that way when they go this way and in, then they leave that way. Because this will be sealed off. So, sealed, 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 open. Water lock needs to be added in there. Sealed. This will be sealed. Actually, this will be sealed. This will be as is. So I can still gain access to these pips here. In this small breeding lab I've got here. Reach everything right? Yes. That's now sealed. Emergency everything because we're taking their sweet, sweet time. How's it done? Ooh, new principles. Studying rocketry, gourmet, nope. Quick learner, but you've got interests that don't really suit you. Just dress to impress, wine digging and digging bonus tank. Nope. Actually, it is. $93, $94, $95. Overcrowded by 1. Oh boy. Looks like we're having some sort of issue. Network error. Thank you, OBS. Well, at least the recording's still good. Everyone on YouTube, we're good. But everyone on Twitch, well, give this thing a second. It's currently trying to figure out what the heck went wrong. I'm thinking 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on. Connection successful. Wonder what the heck happened. Just saw OBS just blip out completely. Thankfully the recording is still good. We didn't lose power. Twitch just lost its connection with me. That's about it. Discord's still good. And that never even dipped. Still in the green. Huh. I have no idea. Oh well, at least resumed without much issue. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, Mondays is normally the day when Twitch does back-end work, so I normally expect things to explode. But today has been a bit non-explodey, which has been, you know, good. First actual weirdness so far today. Oh no, the bees died. They got too warm over there. I don't know when that would happen. Weird, why is there power cable there? Huh. It is weird. What happened while I was not paying any attention to it? I was expecting the bees to not make it eventually. Only their temperatures are good, right? Yeah. Negative 55 liquid is just not enough for the bees. We are getting over temperature here. Because the CO2 in this tile is affecting it diagonally. Yep, it got right at the threshold. Which I don't actually think is technically possible to pull it off. Yeah. I think what happened was when we weren't looking, it jumped the temperature like this one did. Because this is negative 55. This is in a completely sealed room besides the ethanol and water that's touching it. And ethanol and water versus CO2, it doesn't really, like, this would take 60 plus cycles to actually warm up. But it did it overnight because of the fact that when we weren't looking, the game just decided that those temperatures should have been changed. I mean, it happens. It's annoying. Weird. But it is a thing. Also, all the excess CO2 that was over here has now made its way down here. Better or for worse. Might need to send 2 more oxyburns over. Or technically, I could just use a carbon skimmer. I really don't like extra polluted water. is kind of looking like we might need it. So I'll at least prepare it in case we do. Yep. Hey, Lex. Welcome back, by the way. Thinking I'm going to take the excess polluted water that will be processed there and bring it over to the sieve system. Yeah, screw it. Let's do it. Technically, I don't really need tiles. I can use ladders for this. Bathroom burger bug again. Do I want to get rid of that natural tile? Not yet. Let's go around it. I hate having to do this, but sometimes it's just like, it's just better and safer to do this than delete a tile that you may or may not use in the future, because they're kind of a pain in the butt to rebuild. I'll leave that for them. I am sad that we lost the bees. I knew they would eventually probably die due to temperature fluctuations, but the part that kind of confuses me is that we technically still have negative 1.2, and this outputs at negative 55. So I don't actually know how that happens. Like, CO2 doesn't warm up. So I'm kind of confused how we have 51 kilograms of CO2 here. It's way warmer than it should be. Especially with the cooling loop going through here. It's like, the temperature really doesn't radiate down this way. There was enough thermal mass in the way that I'm pretty sure it wasn't going to warm up. Down here is up to about 10. Yeah, like these guys are now still at negative 20. Over here you got about, yeah, like 5 to 4.7. Strange. So all of our water is now back from steam because I'm not running it. It's all cooling down. At least any other heat anywhere else did I? No, I did not. Just broke immediately. Do not repair this. Oops. Slowly warming up. Ever so slowly. Eventually we'll get the industrial brick running. It always takes a couple, like, what, maybe 20 cycles to get things rolling, unless you actually have a volcano in here with water sources. If you have like a metal volcano or something inside your industrial brick, boom, done. Trying to get that much energy into this is not a... It's not really a hook, line, sinker, boom, done. It's literally just keep pumping energy into it. Eventually it will warm up. How the system works. Awesome. I don't know how the water formed in here. 95 degrees. Somehow regular water formed from a saltwater geyser. I thought it was a bottle, but then I realized no, it's just somehow it did it. Okay, there. so happy when this is done. Guys, I should probably just deconstruct this now. Add in my tile. Oh, also, peel that off so it doesn't get used. That would be bad. That would be exceedingly bad. I think. If a dupe grabs, like, a 900-degree piece of granite and brings that back to the base, I would be disturbed. You're not carrying anything good. Please don't take it from anywhere that's stupid hot. That would be bad, guys. That would be real bad. Okay, good. This can reach everything except that one. God damn it. Gotta be moved. I'm almost tempted to put plastic on this, but it's 30 degrees and I'd rather not. I'd rather insulate the whole thing. Okay, dupes, put it there. And we'll add our airflow tile underneath it. So, and your construction skill is terrible. Why did it pick you? Bear is here with level 21. What are you doing? Bear, where are you? Hey, Bear, where are you? Now you're in my base. Where are you? Follow cam. Go into the wheel? Your construction is 19. What are you doing? God damn it, dude. There. Actually, yeah, everything is lower. Everything is lower than building for you, except for toggling. Oop. Get your butt. Unreachable. Oh, it's because it's suits. There are all my non-building dupes building. I'm about to ban all of you from building. Not allowed, dupes. Not allowed. That is frustrating. It's gonna take some damage for a little while. I'm more annoyed about the obsidian one. I don't want to prepare for that one. Okay, put those guys. 22 in there, 7. Anything else that can be used instead of that? Got some. Is it? Don't waste the what little uranium ore that I actually have had to dig up on that. Come on, dupes. Okay, battery-wise, we're actually starting to see all of our batteries filling, which is really good. Yeah, I don't get this. What is happening over here? Water physics, everyone. There we go. I get it? No, water is spontaneously appearing. Now, did we get it now? Okay, we got it now. Very confused there for a second. Okay, game? Game? Stop. Stop doing weird things. Oh. Oh no. The desalinator got too cold. Oh yeah, it did. Oh boy. And that's with sending the liquid all the way through the... I'm not cool. I'm not draining enough energy. Oh no. Right, I'm gonna pause that. Now I'm gonna fire this. Okay. Angle both of these towards each other. Radiation overlay. Nice. 18,000 rads, maximum hazard. Collecting 300 and that's collecting 1,000 per cycle. Jeez. Only a quick burst. Get that one off. In case the shot does get not... Oh. In case the shot does somehow end up in a rad bolt reflector, it shouldn't hit a dude. Yep. That should get that rolling. And I do need to add ladder support. Over there. I need to dismantle this one and plug that in. Okay, replacing all of that. Plastic should dramatically improve overall resistances. Should be better. Oh, well, that's now self-replicating. I didn't even notice until I was like, wait a minute, it's running. Okay, well, that works. Fine by me. Instruction 9. Get this plugged in, shall we? That to get plugged in, and then we should be good to go. Oh, having a water shortage? No. Gas shortage. Now we have oversupply again. That works for me. We're gonna lower this down to 6. Yeah, we'll keep it at 7. Right now. We'll keep it at 6. Right, this isn't even your rocket. What are you doing? Fine. I should also probably add some carpet. Just directly underneath the toilet in there. Where he eats. This is literally just Gene's rocket for research purposes only. Normally I don't add carpet, but it's like, you know what? Screw it. This is plenty of space. It'll work. I mean, all this rocket does is go straight up into orbit, does its research, and comes right back down. Yes, we are definitely not generating enough energy overnight to handle all of our machinery. And with the sheer massive amount of hydrogen I'm now producing. Oh boy. I think I need to regulate how much I'm making over here on this side. Running out of resources a little bit. I'll regulate it down to about like, what, 140? Yeah, about that should work. Clean that mess up. Okay, over here. So reach them all, good. Pipe is ready. Hopefully this won't screw with pipe priority. There's a really high chance of doing that. Alright, let's do this. Shut it off. Wrong one. We're gonna get a little bit of water overflow. Fine. Need to force a pipe priority issue here. Okay, that should be there. Next move. the bridge. Give me the pipe. Recycle that. I can remove this bridge. Clean up everything so I don't have to worry about it. Going off 1.7 cycles. Now you can go back. Oh, job on the research getting done, dupes. That is the material solid management, which means we finally get our solid filters. The big one, which is the thermal sensor for the rails. Now we can work on that one. Actually, let's get the mutant plant going first. We're doing all this stuff with nuclear, and we'll be getting a nuclear power plant here shortly. Probably best I do that instead. We're not mopping that. We can mop technically there. I'm not mopping anywhere else. Get all of these polluted water bottles spawned up here. Go. Good. Keep the water and the polluted water separated so I don't have to think about it. Please remove that Draco, thank you. This needs to be lowered down to 0.5 kilograms. That should be safe, I think. However, if my numbers top of my head are correct. And Faust, welcome back. Glad I'm streaming today. I mean, yesterday I keep trying to get PlanetSide 2 to work, but I don't know. No matter how many times I've tried to get it captured, window capture, game capture, monitor capture, and screen capture, it just goes black. Like the screen on OBS just does not show up. I think I've just given up on trying to get that thing to stream. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do a PlanetSide 2 on Sunday, because I was like, fuck it, we'll do a, you know, kind of a fun thing. And then it's just, not going to work on you. Like, God damn it, PlanetSide. That's fine, Infaust. Thanks for stopping by the way. Yeah, we're rushing the last of our research tonight. I think that's the goal. Just got material science done. Well, I should say solid management done. Gonna get the plants done. I think we'll go drill cone, nuclear rocket, possibly transit tubes. I think we'll do memory toggle first. I wouldn't mind putting a transit tube in here, but probably just going to end up going right here. It's not much of a transit tube. I mean, it's an attempt. But I'm just happy seeing all this plastic actually starting to be useful again. Like, hooray! I can use plastic. I have an infinite source of plastic. I do need to build filters. Problem, I can only make steel. I definitely need to go claim the cobalt and gold volcanoes on the other planetoid. I haven't been there yet, but yeah, I gotta get there. Cool slush galaxy set up just like you. Ah! How's it working? Hopefully well. I definitely need to send over another oxyphene. There may be a new problem. Too much, I'm assuming? I'm going to assume it's too much water. Because I have that problem regularly. Omelets. Aluminum ore. I will take the aluminum ore. Thank you. Downside, I need to wrangle these guys out. Technically, I just need to eradicate them. Yeah, what's the new problem? I'm going to guess it's either too much cooling or too much water. Because steam vents can result in massive amounts of water. Like, to the absurd degree. Yeah, we'll probably have to send back either mechatronics engineer. Firstly. Hydrogen got into the room and steam cannot get through the steam turbine. Ah, yes, yes. So, one of the easy ways to deal with that, which is like over here, is that you can technically create a little bubble, and the hydrogen will get pushed into it, and then you can seal it off and delete it. Well, normally you just want steam, but you can use CO2. CO2 will sit below steam, because technically industrial rooms or steam boxes can have CO2 in them, and it's not that big of a deal. Obviously, I don't like having CO2 because it barely transfers temperature, and also, if you're playing the DLC, it does weird stuff like this. So, when we looked away yesterday, we still had our bees, and the CO2 in here comes out at negative 55. Somehow, it's now 1.2. And this overpressurized itself. While being negative 55. And remember, CO2 doesn't transfer temperature. This would take like 140 cycles to heat up. Because of how poor its thermal conductivity is. So, don't like CO2. Because it does weird things in the DLC. And in standard gameplay, yeah. It's just more annoying than it is glitchy. Chlorine there too, if I dig higher and let hydrogen go up. Yes. So if you have hydrogen, like I currently have, technically what you can do is when you overpressurize with steam, you can build a little bubble, delete this tile. Like say this is your steam box right here. You can corner it, push, like hyper pressurize the steam, and it will push all of your hydrogen up to the bottom left-hand corner or bottom right-hand corner, or well, sorry, top or left or right corners, and then it will go into the little bubble. You then put another tile, like right here, hydrogen stays here, you then put a tile on top of it, and it gets deleted. That's how you crush material. With chlorine sits above CO2, but sits below steam. See if I can use it. Well, when you're dealing with a steam box, it's better just to delete it. Because you're dealing with micrograms. Like, you'll probably see, like, mg, which is, you know, milligrams to micrograms. And it's like, you can't even use it in a generator. It's not enough to delete it. The game won't delete anything until you get into micrograms, where you're at, like, 0.18 micrograms, and then it starts deleting itself automatically. Yeah, you can set the water lock if you want. Like right now I got CO2 in here and that's perfectly fine. As you can see, it's CO2 and a little bit of hydrogen. Just milligrams. And some oxygen mixed in. I think it's like one tile of oxygen right now. Once I hyperpressurize it, I'll just literally ignore it. Not that big of a deal. Now the bigger issue is that I was under the assumption, if I remember correctly, that the Obsidian metal refinery had a higher overheat temperature, ever since they gave them an overheat temperature with one of the last patches. But apparently it doesn't anymore. So I need to rebuild that. Our problem is the temperature. I'm assuming it's probably like this. Correct? Yeah, I do. That is this one. This will run your fluid until -30. And in this case, you would want to use petroleum or crude oil, naphtha, or ethanol. That should put it right above its freezing point. Ah, gotcha. And it still froze? Thermal aquature is only supposed to remove 12 degrees. Did the pipe freeze, or did the... Huh. Was your mechanized airlock actually functioning, or... It's like the second that you get temperature transfer, like, look at this. Immediately it will start equalizing. Technically I should make this out of steel or aluminum. Huh. Oh, you're using gold. Okay. It should be transferring better. Technically. Like, I'm just using iron here, so that should be transferring better than what I'm using concurrently. Yeah, I mean, if you're using diamond, the temperature transfer is insane. It shouldn't be 15, though. 15 is overkill. What fluid are you using? Oh, yeah, sorry, you're using crude oil. Crude oil's thermal conductivity again? Did they change it? Oh, it's still 2. Well, the thing is that the transfer should be the reason that it stabilizes. Besides, obviously, it shouldn't be freezing, because the thermal aqua tuner shouldn't be hitting that kind of temperature. Because the thing is you're going to be dealing with, you know, you're trying to kick the temperature over here down to 25 degrees. So all the energy in this water needs to be transferred using this machine here, which is just an automated vacuum gate transfer. And all the energy is imparted into the crude oil. Yeah. Well, yeah, because it's because the output will be here, yes. So if it does freeze, it would freeze here. The thing is that the only way that would happen is if this sensor is receiving... Let me think about this. If this sensor is receiving a go signal because this temperature isn't transferring fast enough, and this is overcooling, what can happen is that this can end up hitting a point where this temperature here will end up being -30. It will, or sorry, it will, for you it would be -25, so you add 12 degrees, so it would be -37. And then it doesn't get warm enough, technically. So what would happen is that this would get like -37, it would hit here, It would go in, and then the one behind it would be negative, say, 24. This would then turn on the machine, which would then freeze the negative 37. But that means that the temperature isn't transferring properly, which is the problem. If that is the case, I would probably say expand the radiant liquid pipe this way into the doorway. Yeah, it'll fix the problem, but that means that you won't be able to cool it as much. But technically, if it's handling itself, it should be fine. Eventually, you'll get supercoolant. You don't have to care. Or even petroleum. Petroleum's slightly better. Yeah. So you can go from crude to petroleum. Petroleum gives you a little bit more range with negative 57.1. And then eventually you'll swap it out for supercoolant. And then supercoolant gives you absolutely stupid range and puts you at absolute zero. Technically. Like, it's that 0.1 above absolute zero that the game will just go, yeah, you can freeze supercoolant. It's just really damn hard. Totally possible, just very hard and time consuming. Also question. What is the question? How many pipe tiles of crude oil do I need? Head over to it. "21 pipes in the loop. I used 20 pipes and yeah, you use 20 pipes and 1 liquid bridge. The way that you do it is that you set up this liquid bridge and then your input is a liquid bridge. So when you're filling this pipe, use one of these. The reason being is once the entire thing is fulfilled, this will stop inputting and then you just deconstruct it. And then that will be an exact amount for the actual pipes, for the entire pipe system. So always, if you're going to be filling a cooling loop, always use a liquid bridge to fill the cooling loop, because this will automatically stop. Yeah, full pipes, always full. If you go smaller amounts, the only time that you go smaller amounts is technically if you're going to use the glitch. Yeah, it doesn't get stuck. It will never get stuck if you use this setup. Because what happens is that this will override based on pipe priority. This connector here, this gets ignored, and this will cross over it and go in. So if you do it based on pipe priority, the game is weird like this, and which is why I will complain about pipe priority for the rest of eternity. Because the thing is that this works. If you flip this, this will not work. Because it works in a counterclockwise manner, where the game will try to focus the input nodes over other input nodes if it's a machine. Whereas if you put it counterclockwise, or sorry, if you put it actually clockwise for the actual output, it will fuck up. And it's super weird. You have to do a bunch of you have to actually put this over top of it instead. So instead of having the liquid bridge down here, it would have to be up here to override for this input. It's a bit weird. And also why sometimes our pipe priority here will sometimes mess up, and then you'll see that I add an extra bridge just to force it, and then I'll normally delete the bridge to bring it back to normal. So sometimes saving and loading will fuck it up pretty badly. It's just a constant struggle with these things sometimes. Like, it's not bad, it's just annoying. Fire away, Inpost. I am going to seal this off, and I am going to open this. Does aqua need to be in a liquid, or it works in steam as well? The thermal aqua tuner? Thermal aqua tuner can work in anything. These things can even sit in gas if you're crazy enough. No. Thermal aquatuner does not need to be in water. The only reason that it has the name is because it uses water as its coolant. Think of this as like a radiator. The problem is that whatever fluid or gas that you use, or God forbid, a solid, like if you ended up like, I have seen a really weird design where someone did this, you know, my hyper compacted design like this, and then they froze everything around it, and then just kept this in a vacuum. But then they used temperature shift plates to transfer the energy into the freezing material, so every time it would do that, it would always create a vacuum due to weird pipe mechanics, or well, technically liquid mechanics, which is what we were seeing over here earlier. But you can technically do some crazy stuff with it. It's weird. Like, you can do dumb things, and personally, I just say, screw it, slap it in water, or slap it in a water-rich environment with a crude oil bottom if you have it, or naphtha or petroleum. Just to make sure that the temperature transfer is always complete, so the cycle will always continue. You don't have to worry about like actual energy loss. Like, this is always stable. Technically, I need to insulate this tile. Probably do that. There we go. I'll put that one there and then close it in there. But yeah, this is the same thing. Like, this is actually in a vacuum, but the cooling loop is so strong here, and I'm only using a non-radiant pipe, just a regular one. But because this is -42, it just sits in water and it's good. Like, this works for an aqua tuner as well, even in space. I would never recommend it, because this will definitely hit like 300 degrees, but you can just slap one of these things down like that, like in a vacuum with petroleum, and then just do that. Again, I wouldn't recommend it, but you can do that. I can think of maybe like 1 or 2 designs that might work like that, and then you could end up capturing the energy through radiant pipes. Or sorry, radiant tiles. So, like aluminum, metal tiles like this, slap an aqua tuner in space, so that way the temperature is only transferring from the aqua tuner into the tiles, and then let that go into a steam box room. That way you would have even less temperature loss. Because it would only go into like 2 tiles and then connect into the room. And that would technically work. It would be weird, but it would be functional. I really want to put this here. It's like I keep looking at that spot going, I want to put my mutant plants there. But I know I shouldn't. I should actually bring it into this room. Eventually my pip breeding like ground here will be moved, and then my radioactive plants will be put here. To be honest, the pip should probably come up here, and then the Drecos should only be up here. Okay, good. Oops, did do what I wanted. Do that. I'm gonna slowly wall this in so I don't have to worry about it. But do not have aluminum. You can use any resource for a fridge. The only energy that you'll be imparting out of the fridge, or well, technically into an aqua tuner, is the cooking energy that goes into the food. Yeah, diamond glass can be used instead. Like, any sort of transfer material can be used. As long as it's not, like, insulation, you're good. I mean, technically speaking, my fridges, all they are is just a weight plate. Right now, this one's a cobalt one. So it's 2 aluminum pipes. Don't really need to be aluminum. But all I have is cobalt, which is 100 thermal conductivity. Technically, I could use a diamond... Yeah, I could use a diamond window tile right here, and it would be twice as strong. Yeah, the only energy you're taking out of this little tile right here is the food energy. Everything that comes from the electric grill. And then also the room right now is filled with CO2. But yeah, all you need is some insulation, a liquid lock, oh, sorry, a double liquid lock, and a cooling loop. And that's it. I use ethanol because I don't have super coolant yet, but yeah, does really well. And mind you, the amount of energy that is imparted from that is pretty limited. Because food doesn't really carry that much energy in it. Now my base temperature definitely does, but we're kind of not really having to worry about that either because it's kind of inadvertently cooling my base. Because it's just like, I have a massive super cooling loop, and I don't really care how much energy I'm like sucking out of the base right now, so I'm just sending it up here. If you put a refrigerator in there, yeah, that also works. You don't need a dropper. The only reason I use the dropper is to allow infinite storage. Technically speaking, what I should do is with this tiny ass little refrigerator is I should take a refrigerator, shove it right there, and then set it for any of the medical stuff and cooking ingredients. But in your case, you could easily just make my old box, which is the same exact design as this, just that this is the tiny one. And then you just shove it in here. Slap down like 4 refrigerators. Actually, sorry. You'd probably want to slap down the 4 refrigerators up here and then put down like just iron or maybe even copper like this. So you just put those there. The fridge is on top. And then pipe your radiant pipe through the tiles on the bottom. And just make sure that it's got a vacuum between this area and your base. Your dupes will get sopping wet, but it's not actually that big of a deal. But something like this works perfectly fine. Like for me, it's just the reason that this is this way is to compress it down so I can actually use how much space I have. Vacuum doesn't transfer temperature. Yeah, vacuums don't transfer any temperature at all. So there's 0 temperature transfer between the CO2 box room, which is chilled, a vacuum, and the base over here. Notice how I've got even plastic right here with my dupes like sitting right on top of it. There's literally nothing here. Because everything in Oxygen Not Included is a true vacuum, meaning that there's literally nothing here. So nothing gets cold, nothing gets hot. There's nothing there. Also, if you notice, you only need insulated tiles where your base is connected. No, not a vacuum. If you're dealing with a true vacuum, there's nothing there to transfer heat. Which is dumb, but yeah, we don't actually make true vacuums in real life. Like, we can't. Oh, when they go for their food? No, they don't really, they don't actually, like, watch. Slopping wet. Boom, done. Already out. He gets a slopping wet debuff, so he gets plus 20% stress. But it's 0.2 cycles, which is nothing. And even when they were going in here, they never got cold. I never got hypothermia from this. No, nothing. They're not exposed long enough because they just go in for food. No, even with the 4 refrigerators, they would never, like, I had a fridge here. If you noticed in my, the earlier builds on YouTube, I had a fridge here, dropper here. Dudes would have to stand here, walk over this, walk here if they wanted to access the fridge. They never got cold. They got something wet, but they don't get cold. They're not exposed long enough. It doesn't actually affect their temperature transfer. Like if I turn on the temperature overlay. Gee, why are you eating on the fucking floor? What are you doing? Bane? God damn it, man. Immediately sees an issue. God damn it, Gene. You had one job. Not to fuck that up. Can't really do that, can I now? Or can I be cheeky with placement? Yes, you don't need to worry about the chill. Their dupes don't really transfer temperature. They have to be standing in liquid for a while for it to actually happen. Like, as you see here, homeostasis, blah blah blah, 27 DTUs, environmental exchange, negative 50, change per second, it's 10 joules. And he entered a cold area, negative 551 joules, randomly. And then back to normal. Not to mention the duplicants are producing 83.68 DTUs of energy, or heat energy off their body. So, yeah. They don't get hypothermia from that. They get hypothermia when you make them go through like like an entire pool of water, like this. That's when they get hypothermia. That's when problems happen. I definitely need to find Gene a new eating spot. I was trying to think how I'm going to do it. I don't really want to get rid of the arbitrary. I do have space to expand this. I need to think of a way to deal with 130 degree hydrogen. Throw it in and slap it in a hydrogen generator. It deletes it. I'm not even kidding. Does not matter what temperature the hydrogen that enters the hydrogen generator. Just make sure that you have a insulated gas pipe. And the hydrogen, when it gets consumed by the generator, gets deleted instantly. And the temperature from the hydrogen does not leak from the generator. Meaning that hydrogen generators delete heat. So say you want to do... Yeah, just pump it out and... Like, as you said, you didn't want to delete it. So, pump it out into a generator. Boom, done. Because again, hydrogen, you can put 600 degree or higher like temperature hydrogen into a generator and it will just go poof. Like, well, yeah, that's why you don't break the wall. What you do is that you build around it. Have you... Plus 10 temperature. What do you mean by plus 10 temperature? But you've seen how I deal with, what are these little guys? There's my box of death. Yes. You know how I deal with spore chits, right? Pretty much the same principle applies when dealing with a nasty gas that you need to get rid of. You just tile around it until you get rid of it. And remember, you can build diagonally. So you can end up doing this, and then dig in and build through it, and then build through it again, until you get it down to one tile. Like so. You don't even need to insulate it if you don't want to. Just build regular tiles and just seal it in. Because again, you can crush stuff. If you don't want to crush it, you can push it towards a vent, and then it'll do the job. Yay, you have lead. Good. Good, good, good. Very good. Definitely use it for, let's see, you're not doing... Let me think about this. You're not in the DLC, correct? You don't need to worry about radiation. Think you don't have to worry about radiation with it? Conductive wire. Lead conductive wire is your best friend because you get so god dang much of it. Yeah, replace all of your conductive wire that's iron probably, if you have any, and replace it with lead. Like, it's your go-to wiring in this game. Is you just get so much of it. Like over here in Butalin. Should be able to just search lead. You have gold wires? Oh god. Yeah, when I get my dupes back here, I think we've got like... What? 80 metric tons of lead already. Just, I have a lot of lead that I need to reclaim all over this planet. Iron's expensive until you get an iron volcano. Then it's literally the thing that you end up using for everything. Is you just turn it into steel. I might need to actually ramp up my research production. That one. If you get a... If you're playing DLC, you have like 6 of them, no matter what you like, no matter what map you pick. There's one of these planets that you have out here. It's like probably it's the cryo planet, which has the dimensional tear device on it. It has 4 to 6, maybe even 8 iron volcanoes on it. At least on the DLC, it's guaranteed. Obviously, you have to find it, which can be a problem, but yeah. That is true. Really dependent on your map seed. Hey, more research done. Copper regular and gold volcanoes only so far. Ah, gotcha. Also need to pick that up. And let the dupes back through. Also seeing I have so much steel, I'm going to use some of it to introduce doors. Max priority that. There we go. Actually, I should probably raise this to 250. We'll do... I like to do 250 with these, but then I normally do like 5 auto sweepers and build a large box. So I don't have to worry about it, but I think we're doing this with only 1 auto sweeper. I kind of needed to go with the pyramid design. I've only ever done this like twice, because normally I have a lot more power to work with, but this planet is freaking tiny. And I haven't been able to clear this out yet, so still got a ways to go. Gotcha, Faust. You have a good one, man. Hopefully that will help your base survive a little bit longer. Yeah. I mean, I stream every day. The only problem is when stuff doesn't work. Like, Saturday, I couldn't get a single stable connection, and then Sunday, PlanetSide 2 just did not want to frickin' work at all. I pretty much just give up on streaming PlanetSide whenever I'm playing it. Like, I used to stream it, like, regularly whenever I actually did play it heavily. But then nowadays, it's just, ever since the Arsenal update, it just refuses to capture. I just kind of, I give up. It's like, if I'm playing PlanetSide 2, I'll just be like, I'm playing PlanetSide 2, but, definitely the stream's not going to work. Because OBS just refuses to capture it. Yep. Hopefully see you tomorrow in Faust. Well, technically later today. I mean, in theory, it's 3:30 a.m. So it's like, yeah, we got like 4 more hours-ish. Or, well, 3.5 more hours, probably. Probably stop around 7. Big Aaron Fest. Now then. Go, pollution. Go! I must process you into clay. And... why? Why does the game send him to do this? Frustration. Dean, you 2? At least you're 3. Yeah, you have better building skills, don't you? You got 3 as well. Hopefully you guys are doing better than poor Sandra. Oh, ceiling collapse. Yeah, that's kind of expected. It's raining debris. Right, you're good. Right. Come on. Figure it out. There you go. Nope. Are you taking that sand? Wait, where are you taking that sand? What? There's no orders for sand. Frey, what are you doing? Nope, you have sand, not dirt. What are you doing? Oh, you're taking salt. Okay. You're taking salt and sand. Got it. Fair. Like, what? I saw you literally pick up a chunk of sand from there. You do have ceramic, only 300 kilograms. But, that's already at 289. I'll make sure they're not taking something stupid Han into the base. Good. Oops. Think about it. You're picking up salt. There's not cooled off. Oh. Got to stop salt production. They're gonna kill it. There we go. Okay. That should be safe now. Why are you taking sand? It's like, no, they're taking dirt. The dirt transformed in their hand into sand, and they still have the salt on them, so I'm like, oh, got it. Don't. Yep. Why must they do this to me? You drop that right down there where it's really, really hot. Safe. I don't have to think about it. Whatever you do, dupe, don't touch that. Please. Hey, it's Saturn critter ships. Plant meat. Really should automate the process of these. I don't actually know what plant meat can be crafted into. I don't think anything, actually. Let's see. Flying farming, uncultured gourmet. Gourmet, nope. RNG cooking, green thumb, squeamish. It's actually a fine dupe. We're really far in, though, for only a 3 and 3, so I don't think we'll take him. Raybird. And there's an RA with a small bladder, neatly stylish, and caregiver. Again, I need ranchers. I need ranchers, guys. Come on. Come on. We do have plant meat collected. Good. Probably need plant meat for something with the natural gas grill. Ooh. Oops. Research, please. That would be fantastic. There we go. Vertical wind tunnel is in the position, and the transit tube. Again, I don't really know where I'm gonna put it. I do need to put one down. The only thing I can think of is here. Here. Kind of. Not really, but you know what I mean. On 20.3. Dead rate. Well, radiation is killing off all the germs, so it's not actually making it up into the oxygen. I'm gonna shut this and let this build up. Prevent the excess oxygen out of space. those for that. Those for that. And there we go. Alright, switch to let out the oxygen. It's all sealed. Zero. Okay, good. We have minimal radiation in the area where my dupes are running around. I do need to eventually fix this, but that'll be fixed with time. I do need to add a liquid lock over here. I hate where the dupes have to go over and under. I hate the fact that I'm going to have to change the pathfinding for this, but oh well. We'll have to make do with what we've got. And that's fine. Oh no. Yep, all the CO2 in my entire map is down here now. Other than the CO2 from that. Yeah, everything else has been scooted down. That. I will need to send Vern back over here. A little bit. My one rocket I do definitely need to refill. And some more data analysis. Let me grab some pickled meals. Oops, bring me some pickled meals. We're sending Gene back. Got more work to do up in space. Eventually these suits, the suit docks here will go down here until these are all ready to go. And then what's going to happen is that I'm going to these suits, technically I should shoot them here, seal this off. So if the dupes want to go up this ladder, they have to come through here. Yeah. I think this whole thing's going to get rejigged besides the water. Peace out this. Yeah, let's get rid of the main. We don't need it anymore. Not this one. We've got two down here for that. This connects directly into the other grid. I don't really need this. You need to slap down more batteries. We're actually hitting thresholds now. That should be more than enough. Compensate getting rid of the other batteries. This one needs to go. It's not worth being here on this line anymore. Okay, vented all of the oxygen out. Yes, we have. Okay, we can seal that door now. Let this build up. Blast it into this room. It's trying. It really is. Kill this thing. We're at 27. Good. Good, good. Fully filled this one. 99% fresh. Crew, get back to stations, please. Gene, get your butt over here. A lot of work. Nation, orbit. And you go. Hey, Sir Dracket, go. Come on, bud. The controls. Come on. Yeah. Radioactive. I know. The way we originally had the title there. Might need to slap a voltage meter thing on here with an alarm, so that way I can just automate the process of when I know that he's actually out of juice. That's the only thing I don't know, is when the rocket runs out of power due to the battery being empty. That way we have to come back. I could try to calculate my time, but it'd probably be easier just to add a voltage speaker. Set it up to an alert. Serious overkill, but that should. Yeah, I'll put it down here. I could technically enter this box through down here, and it would slightly look a little bit better, but still off due to the placement of this. I'd rather have a direct passage through here. I might actually add steam turbine cooling purpose if this gets too hot. Now, normally these don't actually get too hot. The only issue is that they leak too much heat into the surrounding environment. So need literally a blob of water. That's about it. Recycle the rest of that. Should be fine. Leave that open for construction purposes. Okay. The bees are working hard over here trying to clean this mess up. It is warming up. Zoom from there. What happened to you? Are you injured? I'm going to assume a bee stabbed you. That's my best guess. Oh, if only I could fit that there. Technically I could by scooting the critter drop off over here, but I don't like them being in this room. But I'm probably need to move it. The arcade cabinet's just as big. Surfboard water. I just use more party phone. I could be that guy and just party phone the living crap out of the face. It's not worth it, but you know what I mean. How is the cooling down here now? 41 degrees. Pretty good. Pretty dang good. Pressure is down to 198. Temperature 100 in here. 50. All of this is vacuum because we've pretty much cleaned it all out. Ah, it's so beautiful seeing all the magma just shrinking down into solid liquid metal. And stone and, well, everything else. This nice obsidian that's all exposed now. Still 900 degrees to 1,300, but at least I can use it. obsidian and 2, 3, 4. Adding in the ladders. We're gonna need them. Construction is a coming. I know it's hot. Like 700 degrees in here. But you guys got some extremely powerful neutronium spacesuits. I think you're good until what? 1,000? Oh no, 1,201? I think it was. I forget the exact temperature that their suits start becoming compromised. Not really compromised. It's just it's so hot that you can't not deal with it. Still good. Still good. Go up to the 8 so I feel a little bit more comfortable with it. The constant complaints, it's hot. It's like, yes, it is. You're walking in a steam room. Like, of course it's hot, guys. Nuclear power plant's gonna go right here. Falling, good. Good, 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 good. Extracting all the energy. Sadly, the lowest temperature we'll ever see down here is probably going to be 125. Well, sorry, 124. Steam turbines. Highest safe range is around 300? No. 290 for a nuclear power plant. You can go all the way up to like 400 and not have that much of an issue as long as you're fueling it with water. But, yeah, that is something to think about. Already made 1,000. Crap. Nope. Okay, vent it to space. Go! Be free! I don't technically need you. I don't mind having extra oxygen laying around under any circumstance. But, I need ceramic more than I need anything else. Which means I need clay. Lots of it. I'm gonna set this for one. I feel like I need to add a buffer gate. To add some buffer time between its uses and when it's not being used. Kind of problematic for it because of that. Alright, priority those two. There's research going on. Right, precipice. Come on, you. Ah. There we go. Food is decayed. Oh no! Oops. Cover the meal ice. Oh, they're working on it. Slowly. You ready to come home yet? Not yet. Still has power. Come on, dupes. Or so, come on, rad bolts. Regenerated faster. I don't have a nuclear power plant yet, so I can't, like, go ham on this. Good damage. It's because there's not enough actual energy to get down here. Yep. That's the only issue that we have. Also, didn't even warn me. Which is actually annoying. Gonna take damage because of the heat, but have to fix like immediately. Bear, where are you? Seriously, where are you, Bear? On through. Where are you? I'm sending Bear in because he's being an idiot. And he won't get over here and do his job. Dad, you're building ladders. Bear, I applaud you for doing that one, but an actual emergency here? How the hell did you get stuck? Here, build that one. Look away into the other planet, and there's literally no warnings going off whatsoever. There you go, bud. Something's trying to take steel from me right now, and I'm trying to figure out what. Oh, there it goes. This has. What the heck happened? Nabbed by the bees again? I think he did. The bags. Farming, researching, building. Farming, building, cooking. Eat ranchers, man. Come on. Game, don't be like this. You know what? Helen, screw it. You get the pip eggs. Now there's an actual spot to put the pips. High priority. Critter egg and pip. Bring them over, please. Okay, good. Now we leave the pip eggs there. Yep, please repair the power transformer. Yep. I know it's hot, guys. Come on. Run, bear, run. The bees are after him again. Not again. Dang you bees. You're gonna ruin everything. Wait. Let me do this based off of the corner here. I kinda want to incorporate this into the base, but then I also kinda want to incorporate that into Draco's. So I'm thinking of a mini one and a full one. Can't move that over. Height as I could get it. I could make this into a tiny one. Or I could just make a one tile, one blob liquid lock right here. Do a one blob liquid lock. T-junction here. I need to move that and that. This would work though. We'll need to get rid of the ladder. Let's up this to 200, and then we'll see how the pressure. Too much, but just lower it. It'll off gas itself. Too much. Yeah, eventually this will just get completely out. These guys will stay over here for the time being. Everything in here will get cleaned out here shortly. Here we go. And remove everything that isn't uranium. So this needs to be converted over, and I need to remove this uranium ore, to be honest. Right there. I hate deleting uranium, but... Well, I should say, I hate digging up uranium. Drop off how many were 28? Okay, cool. How many are in here? 28? Got it. And yes, I will be trying to incorporate this neutronium layer as a radioactive shield. The only weird thing is based on some testing I did, if there's two pieces of neutronium together, it doesn't mean it's going to actually form a complete seal. And the radiation may just beam its way through the first layer, and the second layer will do nothing. Which is weird and doesn't make much sense, but apparently it's a thing. And it has me concerned. We will see. Oh, they're so close to done. They're so close to done. 200 kilograms. Let's do 200 so I can micromanage it. When I'll do that. There we go. Need to burn off some more of that hydrogen. Wait, what? Oh, we almost have another set. I think we're about to run out of juice. I'm gonna take him down. Run down, bud. Oops, don't leave the food in the... What is wrong with you? God damn it, dude. Every time. Gas-wise... Like this. Actually, we'll just connect it horizontally this time. I can reconnect this with a bridge later and fix most of it. I have enough room for a NOT gate, so I can automate this and never need to touch this again. I do. But I have enough copper to fix this. I do. Okay. Yeah, the vent goes like right there. That should be fine. Everything ran down. Guys, I am disabling the toilet in here. You're no longer allowed to use it. It's not. I thought. The thing I could do is I could prevent them from entering the bathroom by locking that door. Dupes, can you please take the food down to the planet so we can put it away? Come on, dupes. Bring me the pickled meal. Get that one. Okay, looks good. 4. It's the deposit. Right. That way when the pump, whenever I'm running it, is off, we're good. And then whenever it's on, then the vent will be off. We only needed it to do. Doesn't like that. Okay, cool. There we go. Temps down here, 31. That to clean up all of this. And plenty of space. I will lower it down a little bit though, I think. It's hot. Run, Protopole, run! Check on the new dupes real quick. Go. Carrying. Gene. Yeah, you're doing pretty good. So. Data research analyst. There you go. Feel like I should probably put Sandwraith on farming duty. And I could also electrical engineer him. I feel like this is probably a better option. Keep him at 15 so he can still do rocketry, but I will need farming leader. I just kind of want him to just be able to go pick up plants and bring them back via rocketry. And be able to run the fertilizer station in case they need him to. Oh, we're 40 over. Because of the study terminal. Which again, today we're doing all the research. So. At least to the best of my abilities, we will be powering through as much as possible. Oh, you guys finally got around to doing this? Nice. You have the nuclear one plugged in. And we finally delete these. We don't need them anymore. Once that's done, clean up that red. That one. And priority dupes. We're gonna fix that. There should be plenty of water. Nope, nope. Not attempt to dig the neutronium. It will never end well. We'll just be stuck there digging forever. Not breakable through normal means. I dupe. Okay, we'll do that. Be around 5.3. That's all said and done. Hopefully. Okay, good. This rocket is now back to being immaculate. And with that. Radiation. Who's near some bees? Swimming. X. Don't hug the bees when the bees are processing your nuclear radioactive waste. That's bad. I approve of the tenacity, but they're back on the sleep schedule. I know. Oh. Got poked. Please stop. Just stop poking. Please. That would be great. They're in suits. They're not hostile. If anything, we've helped grow your colonies. And we've protected them from the heat. Please stop attacking my people. Made. Yes, it has. Good. A little bit of water in there, and then this will be the CO2 pit. I so want to know what this one is. Well, when it's going to be active. I mean, in truth, this is going to make a lot of polluted water. A really useful polluted water at that. But there's a very high likelihood that it is going to be very limited in how much energy it can actually produce. Which is concerning, but well, it is what it is. Over by 1. Yeah. Or I can put the ladder right here. Like, why did I put that one there again? Oh yeah, I missed it. Click. Oh well. I'll just move it. Not up and running yet, but that matters. I can only run one at the moment. Running to override everything while doing research as well. Just too much for the whole system. We're very close to the one blob of lava that needs to go. We're so close to it. In theory, I could delete it, but I feel like I should let it form in Steam and hopefully make an either material tile, which would be best, or just form a tile. So, preferably a material tile. That would be the best. Then I don't lose any material, like the total mass. Only gonna be able to make about 4 kilograms. 4 sets of 100 kilograms. Come on, Bright. Stop it. Don't do that. Probably need to add a storage tank system. Pump the naphtha out of this into that. New printables available. Good, good. Let's see, who did we get? Isabet, Green Thumb, Building Impaired, Pacifist. 10 Athletics is really dang good. But we did get 2 Ranchers. Which is a suit wearer, Early Bird Knockout. Very happy to see. And the other one is a Researching Ranching Starry-Eyed but has allergies. Which is something I would not take at all under any and all circumstances. Because dealing with allergic dupes. Oh boy. You better hope that you already have a Versal Blossom farm made before you ever think about picking up an allergic dupe. Just don't do it. It's not worth it, chat. It's not worth it. But Turner on the other Turner is very fascinating for sure. Let me head over to my follower list. See if I want to take it. Which I think I will. I'm gonna put him on the other planet, for sure. Let's see. Let's. I put in Pablo. Slow Cactus hasn't been around for a little while. There's that. Those skip picks. You know what? I think I'm gonna let Lynx pop back. Well, already have our boss. He was here last run. Old Man was last run. Ursat's already in. Who was last time? Bay was last time. Got a little checkmark thing going on over here that I've been doing so I can get the followers in as dupes. You know what? Skip it. We'll put Skip it then. He hasn't been in yet. I got some new people as well. I'm still working from the previous batches. Skipix, welcome to the base, bud. Also, Narcolepsy, which means you only need to have a slot in here, which means you don't have one, but I'll figure something out. Also, you are actually quite quick. Athletics. Now the priorities. Your only job is ranching. A little farming. Decorating, I do not want to see you doing. Cooking, you can help with it. Tidying, negative a little bit. Rocketry, heck no. Vectoring, low. Toggling, no. Schedule. Where is Narc Team? Narc Team, you have a new friend. Congratulations. Not need a bed, so don't give him one. Just needs food. I'm so tempted to uproot these arbor trees, but I don't want to. Mostly because their decor value is absolutely stupid right now, and it would take quite a bit of resources to replace them. Can't move that. I think for now, Skippers can just eat wherever. Oh no, Sam, what happened? I killed my game. What happened? What went wrong, Sand? Oh no. Does it lag on base speed, or is it just all speed? If you're already getting issues around 500 cycles, I would probably recommend starting to tile in the map. Because the less water, gas, and other materials that you have, so tile stuff in, tiles that are stagnant don't really get calculated in that, like at all. So if you end up needing to fully seal in a base, just use standard tiles and put them everywhere. It reduces lag considerably. That is an option. That's back to one. There we go. I need to get rid of that stone hatch and switch everything over to sage hatches over here. I'm gonna dry feed them pretty much with just 1 kilogram. quite a bit of steam so far. Do you need to you do anything else with this one yet? Not really? Fuck this. Oh yeah. You are not coming with me. I don't think. Oh, maybe. Samwraith, you are currently irradiated. Would apply, you are the pilot, and burn. Spoon is not on world. What? That's fine. I should bring Spoon back, but I think they're fine there. Remove them from the actual stuff. But first, let's target Butalin. Your interior, change crew. Turn off Spoon. Rock this. Need to fill this with food. Need to fill it with rocket safety food. Then we fill it. I need to get back here. The other thing is I don't really think I need Spoon for anything. Just need Froctus, and I need to start getting ethanol over here properly. It needs to go in there, and I need to put water in here. Okay, good. 370 for high velocity destruction. I want that diamond. I want the diamond nose cone. They just look better. Oh. A little bit more water for cooling purposes. Not been noticing any strange power fluctuations anymore, so I think we may have sorted out the power situation. Mostly by just slapping down a crap load of batteries. I mean, they work. Batteries are effective. Maybe I'll pick this one up though and put it in here somewhere. I need to grab more iron. Kilograms. Could also land, or at least go to inspect Cupola. The only reason I want to go here is the gold volcano and the cobalt volcano. Copper one's a good one, but I don't really need it too much. That is an opportunity. Research done though. The waste is up to 10.1. Explosion of nuclear waste. Once that's done, of course. Ore is getting cleaned out, slowly but surely. Don't do it. Anything else? That was definitely a buggy draw on my part for sure. I think we're good. Looked like that accidentally ended up hitting anything in the base. I could probably land over here and take all the iron too. Oh, that is an opportunity. Landing there. I could put it in orbit. I gotta come back here and get this base actually set up, but I want to collect iron first. Fossil. A lot of refined iron here too, so I'm kind of like, I could take the iron and copper home. Pretty good chunks of it over here. And again, Rudy Bow has absolutely massive deposits of iron. So I think we might want to come colonize this one and just extract all the iron while we're here and then get the heck out. That is 100% a totally rational and reliable strategy. Feel a little bit tired. Not great. Constant micromanagement required. And they're pushing through research. Definitely pushing through research quite quickly. And yes, no baseline water source. Yeah, that's kind of expected. The water is kind of in the pipes already, all over the dang place. There we go. Get that rolling. I might make this the water tank. Still thinking here. I went in close proximity to the nuclear reactor, so I might even put it on top of the bees and then clean this area out, cool it down, obviously. Level it with the base, and then let all the bees just kind of live in a nice little tube that goes all the way over here to the left. And obviously we'll keep the hydrogen plant here, because I don't really need to worry about it after that. Oh. Base-wise, we're getting pretty close to a self-sustaining industrial reaction. Gotta wait until we hit it. I need that ceramic to replace my one metal refinery. Wait before I do anything. Steal that. You are to leave the area quickly, dupe. Let's get on out of there, bud. Somewhere we don't have anyone making anything with it. Need these. And that. $300 more kilograms. I have a ceramic one and I don't have to worry about it. No rocket launches tonight. I got in here early. Gosh, it's already kicking in. I'm just happy everything is back to normal for me, which means that we're back to a normal schedule of not having to worry about storms completely and totally crapping all over my internet. Or the power. Or anything for that matter. So, I'm content with what we've got going on right now, and yeah. It's a 644 new. You know what? I think I'm going to call it here. We definitely got a lot done. Core is being cleaned out pretty effectively. Sadly, gradient doesn't really do much. So you can't really tell the difference between 592, 1,200 to 300 versus 383.8. Not to mention the pressure has been much less because of the amount of material that I am removing that was originally taking up all that space. That's really good. Turn on. There we go. Rocket-wise, we are definitely heading over to Butalin again. I need to clean up some more stuff. Then I think we will land on Rudibo, set up a launch pad here. Take as much iron as I can possibly fit in the rocket, which is practically all of it, as long as we can reach it. And then we'll send them back, and then probably start the process of permanently settling Butalin. And then probably getting the nuclear reactors area somewhat better cleaned up, because there's a lot of space that needs to be completely stripped mined from start to finish. I feel like that's a reasonable point to be at. Okay, let's drop a save. And I think that'll be it for tonight.